Well, I did mention three of those teams that if the trade rumors were actually true, that there was three spots that he could land at, and that's the division that we're hitting at today. We're going to the AFC East. Uh, uh,
Least.
really, I mean,
Least.
they have been so poor as a total division outside of one team kind of taking over since before
2000.
Tom Brady, 2000-ish, 98. It's just been one team while the other three lag behind literally everyone else in the entire NFL. And I don't really see that changing this year. Maybe there's two that are like
Well, I would
there's a
say like
second one that comes
a
up and is
few years
fun.
ago, like the year when Miami made the wild card, the year they hung 70 on the Broncos, like that was they were it was close. Like the gap was
They weren't
definitely
that good.
smaller. Didn't they finish like two games
Fair,
above 500
fair.
that year?
Yes.
Either
Yeah.
either
That
way,
that
they
good.
had a high powered offense and they made the playoffs. Like there were people that like could actually get behind
They
Miami.
had a high-powered offense in warm weather.
Yes, I know that. Yes, I'm just saying
Well,
that year the gap was a lot smaller than it usually is.
that
Okay,
is true,
you
and
got
I
me
think
there.
I think we'll probably get that again this season. I think the AFC East sends two teams to the playoffs this year. Um, but the first team that we'll look at and the least exciting team out of this division, the Dolphins are definitely not making it. They didn't really make any big changes. They did draft on the defensive side, on the line, Kenneth Grant, and then brought in my cousin out of Arizona, Jonah Savaiinaya. So shout out Jonah. But that was really it in the draft. No big splashes, no big names, no big names out of free agency. They did bring
I
in
mean,
former Chief.
they did trade two big pieces in the secondary though, so like that
Yeah,
they got rid of some pieces.
yeah, they
Trade
did
Jalen
bring
Ramsey
in
to the Steelers, right?
yes, and they
Yeah,
brought in Minkah
Minka.
Fitzpatrick, former Dolphin as well. I don't know if that really makes a big change on their defense. They're both very good players. I don't think you're losing a big piece and gaining a in comparison. Like they're both really good players. I don't know if that losing Jalen and gaining Minka really makes a big change.
Did whatever happened to Xavier Howard?
He is
Didn't he
he
get like
even
suspended
in the
last
league
year?
anymore? Is he even in the league? I think he got injured last season, like, but he was also not very good.
Something definitely happened to him last year. It was big.
Uh, let's take a look.
No, he's still
Sir,
unsigned. He's still unsigned.
I was going to say, following
he fell off
2023, he
really
got
bad.
cut by the Dolphins, and he's been a free agent ever since.
Like I can, there's two good years from Xavier Howard that are in my memory, but like he fell off really bad.
I think he got into some legal trouble somewhere. I don't know what happened, but
Hey man, but it's you know
That
what they say. You know
sounds
what they
right.
say. You know what they say. It's the not for long league. Not for
They did
long.
bring in former Chief
You
linebacker
made it.
Willie Gay
You made
Jr.
it, but not for long.
They did bring in wide receiver from the Titans, Nick Westbrook-Ikine, who had a good season last year. But they do have a growing list of outgoings, mainly on the defensive side, mainly on the
You okay?
defensive line that
Good
really hurt them.
season is a stretch with Westbrook Akine because it was dependent on long touchdown passes. He had a
only.
string of like 4 or 5 weeks in a row with a touchdown, and
It's
like it
pretty
wasn't
good
okay. But what I'm
when your
saying
quarterback's
is
Will
like,
Howard,
all right, that's
Fine. Fine. Billy Jean's not Will Howard.
Will Levis.
Market Tybo.
yeah, okay.
Go
But
go
yeah,
ahead,
dude,
Tyler.
you know everything. I will stop giving my 2 cents in. This is why I'm just gonna I'll be here, but
Oh, come on. Keep
Somebody's a
going.
sourpuss. Somebody's a sourpuss today.
He didn't like taking the lap last week.
I'm not a sourpuss. I just had legitimate like
Go ahead.
Westbrook
I got you.
Akine is I would say under average receiver. He just like Calvin Ridley was the focal point of the receiver core, and he was forgotten about. Like he he produced well that streak because he was so forgettable. Does that make sense? Like he's not
No, that's
really
fair.
that good, so they're not like, I mean, he's not gonna make a play, right?
That's fair. I would also say though, like yes, all true, but Tua is a better quarterback than anything he had in Tennessee. As well, he's going to be wrapped up behind Tyreek Hill and Jaylen Waddle. Will he not be as forgettable and still be able to get open in this
Sure.
offense?
And maybe this is his coming out party.
Like a wide receiver, it's a wide receiver 3. I'm not saying he's great. He just had a good season last year for what you said was a lower producing, lesser wide receiver. He goes into a position that or into a spot that could highly benefit him and this offense.
Tua sucks though. That's for real.
Tua's not very good. I saw somebody put him in the Polynesian Mount Rushmore of NFL players. Bad take. Historically bad take. There was no Troy Polamalu, there was no Junior Seau, there was nothing.
There was a recency bias and like people that he was close to. Like it's not that's not a
It's his
true
own
Mount
Mount
Rushmore.
Rushmore.
This is like these are my friends. Like
They do have their toughest games going to be home and away. Pretty much everybody in the division, minus the Jets, because nobody cares. They do have the Ravens. Why they have the Madrid game, I'll never know. It is against the commies, and they play the Bengals and the Bucks at home as well. Why in the world did the NFL give them the Madrid game?
Haven't
Warm
the
weather team?
Dolphins been in some overseas games recently too, like against the Chiefs 2 years ago in Germany?
Yes. Yeah, they play.
They
They did play us in Germany. I think they played in a couple London games here and there, but they're
I
not like
guess
a
since they're just right
national.
there.
They're not like a global team. They don't have a footprint really anywhere outside of Miami.
you don't well, Miami is a very international style city. So it could be popular to support them and wear jerseys and hats that are Miami Dolphins stuff, but not
They got
actually
the
be like a
colors.
fan of the team, you know? It's like how you see a lot of uh touristy places, the like foreigners wear Yankee hats.
There. Yeah.
I don't think Yankee hats are
Huh.
global though. Yankees fans are everywhere. Like,
Okay, but so what the example there is like they wear the hat out of
oh,
recognition for
okay.
the brand. They're not actually fans of the team.
Yes,
So
okay.
like there's a lot of Latin American people in Miami. So to identify with the people that live in Miami, they're gonna like, okay, well, I'm gonna wear Dolphins gear because that's that's the team that's in Miami.
I get what you're saying now.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Caught up.
Feel bad for Madrid because that's not going to be a good game. The Dolphins defense has gotten worse and worse and worse over the last few years, and uh, we talked about them hanging 70 on the Broncos just a few years ago.
That's
I
such a
think
distant
this
memory now.
I think this Dolphins team is a team that can get 70 hung on them. Offensively, they may be able to keep up to an extent if everybody's healthy, right? But
That's the problem though.
realistically, yeah, that's a problem. But also, they're gonna have to stay in games because anybody and everybody's going to be able to score on them at will.
Yeah, they don't have any real playmakers on defense that the good defense that they had a few years ago, like before Christian Wilkins was gone, and even after that happened when they had Bradley Chubb, when they had Bradley Chubb, like they had some playmakers out there, but an older Minkah Fitzpatrick now is like your only playmaker on defense right now. I don't see that being very successful for them this season. And
When you lose
the offense.
rotational pieces in Calais
Yeah.
Campbell, Emmanuel Ogba as well, like you lose depth. It's not going to be pretty.
And I think the biggest thing for their offense this year is Mike McDaniel. He's coaching for his job right now.
Oh
They've
yeah,
lost
no,
a
this
lot of
is flaming hot seat.
they've lost a lot of explosiveness on offense. I mean, they still have Tyreek and Jalen, but you're forgetting one guy on the list you put up there, Jonnu Smith. They no longer have him either. He was catching hot fire last year. He was a big target for Tua whenever
They
he came
have
back.
Darren Waller. They have Darren Waller.
Coming off retirement,
Calm down.
hey,
They
I'm
have
just saying though,
former rapper Darren Waller coming in.
former NFL player, former rapper, new
Former husband.
again football player, Darren Waller.
and don't forget they have we're gonna see at least a few games out of Zach Wilson this year. That's the backup in Miami.
Is Skylar Thompson not still there?
Skyler's gonna be third string.
We will let Zach
We'll see
Wilson on the
Skylar.
field. We will let Zach Wilson on the field before Skylar Thompson. So
we will still
that's
see
football
Skylar.
fans. That's football fans in general. This is not like I'm a fan of Miami and like I'm saying we as in like that's my team. Like we as
Skylar's on
football
the
observers,
Steelers.
we as football observers will allow Zach Wilson to play in front of us before we allow Skylar Thompson. Skylar Thompson is bad.
You're gonna make a lot of K-State fans upset.
Very bad. Skylar Thompson is awful, K-State. Anybody?
This ain't college no more.
Dude. He's very bad.
I got even with how bad they're going to be, I still have the Dolphins going third overall in the division.
You see, that's a good one, but
I think it's a tough
McDaniel's
fight.
out. Mike McDaniel's out this year. They're getting fourth.
I'm putting them last because
last.
I think the Patriots.
I mean, third or last gets. Yes, third or last gets. We'll talk about this. Third place or fourth place, regardless, gets Mike McDaniel fired. No.
Depends on how bad the third is. If it's like a close third and they just lose out somehow because they lost so many divisional games, probably yes. If they don't lose divisional games, it's not close.
I think Mike McDaniel might continue to get a little bit of grace because
it just depends on how the season goes. It's either at the end of the season or
Miami
somewhere in the
likes
season.
Mike McDaniel's swag, so I think he might get more grace than he's already been allowed, and more grace than other coaches.
They've got to start off hot then.
Only way he gets grace is if Tua goes down somewhere in like the middle of the season, right?
After they've started off winning a few.
Right.
That's even then I wouldn't give him grace. It's not working in Miami.
I'm not saying he should get it. I'm saying Miami's organization, I think, is going to. The city likes Mike McDaniel. The fans like Mike McDaniel.
Well, yeah, you would know. You were down there for a little bit. You inside reporting here. Florida loves Mike McDaniel.
Didn't spend a whole lot of time in Miami, but yeah, dude.